Good morning, children. Hope you all are safe and good. Children, I hope you all have done the whole holiday homework. Maybe you some are doing. Okay, so today I'm going to start chapter number 10, which is nervous system. Okay, so now children, what is nervous system? So nervous system is a system which basically controls and coordinates all our body parts, and it allows our body parts to work efficiently. So along with the endocrine system, our nervous system or endocrine coordination of our nervous system works. Okay, now what are the main parts of nervous system? So here, have a look here. Brain, there are three main parts: brain, spinal cord and nerves. These three are the main parts which make up the nervous system. Okay, central nervous system is present in the brain. In the lower class I have already explained you this in short. Okay, now children, as I told you, our body easily coordinate, okay, with the help of these two systems, nervous system and endocrine system. So this nervous coordination and hormonal coordination is very important. Okay, both plays a very important role in proper functioning of our body. So like in the nervous coordination, all our voluntary and involuntary functions comes under this. And in the hormonal coordination, as you know, all this endocrine system, they consist of endocrine glands which secrete different chemicals into our body, and which regulate the level of the glucose and the blood concentration in the sugar concentration, blood concentration in our body. So all is done by hormonal coordinations. Now what is the need of nervous system? Nervous system, as we know, that it plays a very important role. It controls our body, it coordinates our body, and you can see here, first point, it helps us to inform the outside world. Okay, with that we have the 5 sense organs: ears, eyes, nose, skin and tongue. So with these organs only we can easily understand the outside world. We can easily understand the outside world and even internal environment also of our body. Okay, so we can easily informed about the outside world and internal environment of the body also. It enables us to remember. Okay, so you know, we can we have the emotions, we have the willpower, we can express our we can easily express our feelings, we can do planning, all we can do reasoning, logical reasoning and all we can easily done with the help of cerebrum. Next one is, it controls all our voluntary muscular activity. So as you know, our brain is having three parts: cerebrum, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. So this voluntary muscular activities is easily controlled by which part of our brain? It is cerebellum. Now all the like that only, all the involuntary activities are also controlled by medulla oblongata. Okay, our breathing rate, our beating of our heart, movement, internal movement of abdominal organs like stomach, small intestine, large intestine, all is done by medulla oblongata. So this system is very important. It is also called as the master system of the body, because this system only controls the other kind of systems. Okay, now children, as you know that nervous system is very important system. It control all over our body. So different types of animals, different lower animals also, and lower to higher animals, they have different types of nervous system. Like you know, sponges are there. Sponges are the simplest invertebrates. They do not have the backbone. They are invertebrates and they lack the nervous system. They do not have the nervous system. So in the class 9, you know, in the classification chapter, I have explained you what all these diversity classification of organism. So in that you can understand that I told you about the sponges also. So sponges, remember, this is the exception, that sponges lack nervous system. They do not have the nerves, so that their messages can transmit from one part to another. Okay, so they have the flutes. They, with the help of their flutes only, they can just coordinate their body. Now next one is Hydra, you all know about the Hydra. So Hydra is also having the network, fine network of the nerves all over their body. Next was is insects. Insects also have the ganglia. Okay, their nervous bundle of nervous is called ganglia. Through that ganglia, they transmit their signals. Okay, they get the messages. Now starfish, starfish in the center body part, they have the nerve ring. Okay, so with that nerve ring, they communicate, they control and coordinate their body. And now we comes under the higher organism. We have the well developed, as you can see in the picture, we have the well developed nerves cells, which is also called as neuron, and this is the functional and basic unit of nervous system as it is written in the heading. Okay, now I told you earlier that our brain is made up of three parts. Our nervous system is made up of three parts: brain, spinal cord, and sense receptor. Sense receptor, what are the sense receptor? Different sense organs, they have the receptor. Okay, they just carry the, or they get the signals, and then they send the signal to our brain. So brain receive the signals from these receptors, and then they read it, interpret it, and then send back that signal in the form of order to the effector muscles. Okay, so like this our brain work. Now children, this structure of neuron. So structure of neuron is consist of three parts. First one is cytone. You can see this cytone. Okay, then axon, this long tube like structure is axon, and here it is axon endings. Okay, so cytone, what is the structure of cytone? So you know cytone, as it is written in the bracket part also, it is also called as perikaryon or cytone. Peri means surrounding, our surrounding, okay, cell body surrounding, and karyon means nucleus. You know, in cell division chapter I have explained you about karyokinesis, that it is a division of the nucleus. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, karyon means nucleus. So this cytone contains the nucleus, all right, and it has the cytoplasm. You can see the dot like structure, these are called cytoplasm, and they contain all the cell organelles, mitochondria, all the cell organelles that we have studied, that I have taught you, all present inside the cytone. Okay, only centrosome is absent, because you know nerve cells do not have ability to divide. Okay, that's why you know when our brain got hurt or nerves got hurt, they will not able to recover. Okay, so like this. So always remember, they have the nasal granules. You can see here, it is not mentioned here, nasal granules. You know that rough endoplasmic reticulum, nasal granules are like rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and what is the function of these nasal granules? They synthesize the proteins. Okay, like ribosomes, because nasal granules, they have ribosomes, and ribosome main functions are is to generate or to synthesize proteins. Now children, dendrites, you can see here, these fine hair like structures are called dendrites, which is attached to the cell body. And what is the function of this? They conduct the nerve impulses to the cytone, and then from this dendrites only signals goes to the cytone, and then further followed by the axon. Okay, and then to the axon endings. In the class 7 I have explained you these things. Now children, third part is axon. So axon, you can see here, it is a long process from the cell body. Okay, you can say it followed by, or it's arise by from the cell body only. Okay, so most of the neuron, the axon is surrounded by white insulating sheet called myelin. So these sheets, you can see, these are called myelin sheets. You can see here in the box, and it is also called as neurolemma, we can say, and neurolema, we can say. Okay, even they have the curve like structure, you can say here. So these curve or groove like structures, okay, gaps are present, which these gaps are called node of Ranvier. So each segments, okay, they are having some grooves, or you can say some gap. So these as you can see here, 1 2 3 segments they are showing. So these are called node of Ranvier. Okay, now some axon may have side branches, they are not showing here. Okay, so few nerves, they have the side branches of this nerve, means from this part the same axon arises. Okay, comes out from this part or from this part, any side, from left side, right side. Okay, so some nerves are the have the branches. Okay, so these are the branches. Some these branch like neuron, okay, are called collateral fibers. All right, children. Now as you can see, this end portion has the axon endings. Okay, so these are the slow and bulb like structures which store a chemicals called neurotransmitter. So neurotransmitter chemical name is acetylcholine. So acetylcholine is present here in the nerve ending, where only here only they are just making the synaptic cleft. Okay, as you know, this axon ending is attached to the dendrites of another cytone, or you can say the number 2 cytone, another cytone, and they form a synapse. Okay, or as you synapse, you can say it's a synaptic cleft. Okay, so when they make the synapse, okay, their its gap, the gap between the synapse, the axon endings and the dendrites are called synaptic cleft. Okay, so synaptic cleft is the gaps, okay, which make when they just form a synapse. Okay, connection between the axon endings of first nerve and the dendrites of the another or second nerve. Okay, children, so remember these names. All right, Neissel's granule, neural amount, myelin sheet, node of Ranvier, and all. Now children, there are the some basic terms which we should use in nervous activity. You all are familiar with reflex action, that how our spinal cord, okay, triggered the reflex action, okay, stimulate the reflex action. Whenever it will get any signal from the stimulus, okay, automatically our brain receive the signals, okay, like this only, and during the reflex action it is controlled by spinal cord only. So now children, I am reading for you. So any agent can be a light, sound, heat, pain and hunger. So any agent or a sudden change of an external or internal environment that result in a change in an organism or any of its body parts, okay, is called stimulus. So all these agents, they just send signals to the receptors. Okay, all the our sense organs have the receptors. So against the stimulus, one actions generates, that is called response. So response generate against the stimulus, as we all know. Okay, children. Now what is impulse? Impulse is a wave of irritability. Irritability means excitation wave. Okay, excitation nerves wave. So in a bracket it is written that electrical disturbance that sweeps over the nerve cell is called impulse. Okay, like you know, in the electric current is following, we can say electric current. So in this nerve we use impulses. Okay, now what is the receptors? So receptors are the point, okay, or you can say these are the points, or these are the channels, okay, which take the or which triggers when any stimulus comes in contact with the body. Okay, so these are the cells, especially epithelial cells, okay, which receive the stimulus, set up a wave of impulses through the central nervous system. So in case of, in our eyes we have the photoreceptor, in our ears we have the phonoreceptors, temperature we have the, or you can say that our skins are having the thermoreceptor, nose is having the olfactory receptors, like this only. Okay, now what is effectors? So effectors can be a muscle or our gland which receive the impulse from the brain or spinal cord. They contract and secrete the substances. Substances means signals, okay, in the form of chemicals, in the form of any hormonal coordination also. Okay, so you should remember that nervous system do not these nervous system do not function alone. Okay, nervous coordination needs nervous system will be completed by nervous coordination and endocrine coordination. So chemicals also play a very important role in the proper functioning or effective functioning of nervous system. Now children, you should remember, again I am telling you, the stimulus carry the signals which is received by the brain, and our brain read it, interpret it, and send the signal in the form of orders to the effector cells. Okay, and then effector cells act on accordingly. Now children, as you know, whenever in the reflex section I have explained you, whenever if we will touch any hot object, so immediately we just that remove our hands, okay, backward. Of if some dog bark on us, okay, so we also go away from that side. So like this, these are the reflex actions, these are the examples of reflex actions. So like this only our brain also triggers these stimulus and responses, okay, which is controlled by our brain only. Okay, so because in this part I am just talking about you the brain. So now children, please remember this important diagram, okay, and draw in a copy and read in a homework. Please read the chapter. All right, and thank you children, have a nice day, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you beta.